Before we get to the Q&A, please, right now, get typing, or I'm going to deal with the one that was sent to me today. I want to tell you, after the shooting on Friday, I contacted the youth pastor who is down there in Texas. Robert, thanks for joining us. Again, type in your questions and we'll answer them live, okay? But anyway, I contacted the youth pastor down there in Texas and had a great conversation with him on Saturday. And here's what we're doing. And if you saw this, I posted it already, but I'm really looking for more help. I'm going to be sending a box of books Monday to the church there, my hashtag If Job Had Twitter. Those of you that don't know, that book deals with hardship, suffering, pain, loss, right? So if you want to help send a book, go to youthology.com, okay? Go to youthology.com, go to the merch tab, you'll see the book cover photo. Order a book and just put our address, the Youthology address, you'll see it right there. Put our address in there and then I will get a book. I will sign your name to it, put your name in it as a gift to these people, okay? So somebody ordered one. Sherry, thank you for ordering one. And we'll get that. And as soon as I get those orders in, then I'm sending a box ahead of time on Monday, okay? But every order that you order off our website, I'm gonna send in right away this week, okay? Right to Texas, like I said, to the church, to the pastor, the young man down there, okay? So, all right. I see no questions at this point, so I'm gonna deal with the first question that came in this afternoon, okay? The question is this: what do we say to our students about the school shootings that are going on? All right? What do we say to our students about the school shootings that are going on? You know, there's a lot of things that go through my mind with this. First of all, I think we need to train our students to look for the signs, right? Whether it's isolation in a student, whether it's bullying in a student, whether they see a student who has this fascination with weapons or guns, right? If you go back a few episodes, we dealt one whole episode with that question. So I'm not gonna take too much time on it now. I know it's fresh and it will be helpful, but if you go back to the episode, we answered that specific question on the signs of anger and that kind of stuff. They're all there. So I want to go a different route with that question today. That question, what do we say to our students about school shootings, right? And if you're just joining us, send a question. It's Q&A, and this is just the first question that I'm dealing with right now, okay? So let me take a different angle, other than just, see something, say something, do something. We need to train our students to have a passion for the campus. Hey, listen, there's no such thing as a closed campus. Every campus is open because we send missionaries to every campus from our youth ministry. So if we are training our students to have a passion for the campus, then they are our voice to those students and to that faculty and staff. So training students, first of all, to have a passion for the campus. Second, I want you to never tire of the word love. Never tire of the word love. Why? Because it's the mark of a Christian. If there's one thing that we need to train our students to do on our campuses today, it's to be love. Man, I know that sounds simple, doesn't it? You're like, love, right? Listen, I don't think there's a greater characteristic trait from a believer, from a Christian, that is needed in our culture today. All right? Love. So let me break it down and get really practical, because that's what we like to do when we deal with these with our Sunday Night Lives. I'm going to break it down, and you will see the content in Youthology Live this week. It'll be posted Tuesday on the blog youthology.com. Okay, so let me break down love. I wrote down several things here. Number one, smile. Teach our students to smile, right? A smile goes a long way, right? Secondly, help. Offer, help, and serve. The Bible is full of messages and content on serving, okay? We've got to teach our students to serve. I mean, little things like opening a door for somebody, deferring in the lunch line instead of running to the lunch line and getting at the front. Listen, I know right now you're thinking, man, I thought you were going to give a scripture, whatever. I think if we read thoroughly the scriptures, you can't take love out of the context of the letter that was written to us. And if we're going to impact students during these kind of difficulties at school, the shooting is what we're dealing with now, then you take love out of our hand, and we're no different. We got the same haircut, we wear the same clothes, we listen to the same music, right? We all have the same. The thing that sets us apart is love. So we've got to share love. So smiling, saying hello, okay? Just saying hello. Train our students. You need to spend one entire Wednesday night on teaching students in the church, our church kids, #church kids, teach them manners. Man, I'm telling you to go along, getting the door for somebody, getting a seat for somebody, deferring in line and letting someone go in front of us, smiling at people, please and thank you, because that can set you apart. Give God a chance to work through your life with some of those things, right? Being a lover. Let me give you one more. When we're dealing with what to train our kids with, our kids need to learn to listen. So love, number one. Number two, listen. Be a listener. Everyone loves to talk about themselves. Train our students how to listen. I don't know if that's a question that's coming in. Nope. Yes, it is. What's opinion on campus versus off campus youth ministries? I'll cover that too real quick because we're already at 8 minutes. Dude, thank you for that question. I love that, man. Off campus and on campus missions, neutral site. Okay, back to the question. Training our kids during these shootings and during this age right now that everything's going on. Teach them to love practically, right? And you go back, what I just said, watch that this week, manners, etc. Secondly, listen. Training our students to listen, just to be a shoulder to cry on, right? And to be empathetic. That's so important right now. Just listen to their students, because you can find a lot of what's going on. The shooter that was just shot up here, shot the school in Texas at Santa Fe. The student said that he was sparing the life of the students that he liked. Okay? Think about that. We need more love. We need more listening. We need more relationship. And Christians, that's what we gotta bring that. Okay, let's go to that second question that just came across. I didn't see the name, and it's already passed. Okay, so I'll get a book. I'll cover that at the end too. Thanks for that question. Okay, the last question here in 3 minutes that we have, 2.5 minutes that we have. The last question is this. What is the difference between on-campus and off-campus ministries? And hopefully I answered this question. If you want to leave a follow-up to this, I'll finish it and put some content on the youthology.com to the blog this week. But there's a huge difference between bringing people to Jesus and bringing Jesus to people. And in youth ministry, context is everything. We have to be able to bring the first century to the 21st century and introduce the 21st century, our students, to the first century. And that takes understanding the context of the scriptures and the context of culture, right? Scripture and culture. So the question specifically, let me get real specific on that. I think you need to have a balance of your youth ministry, whether that's small group, the youth service setting, events. A balance of those have to be in a neutral site setting, because we cannot simply say by having all of our events on the church property come to us. We have to be able to go to students. So one of the things that we did in our youth ministry is once a quarter, we did a youth event at the high school. Whether that was in the gymnasium, in the theater, out in the football field. We did events. We did one event. Here, this will really help you. I know there's this struggle between whether I should play games, and all this on Wednesday night, and I just blogged on this last week, and we've talked about this before. I am a all pray, no play on Wednesday. And listen, there's no right or wrong way. It's just my personal way. The reason why is we gave our students plenty of opportunity to play. We just didn't meet on Wednesday nights. We did a once a month event with our students outside of the church. We did. And I know what you're thinking, man, there's no way, I don't have the time. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. This is about priority. The students need to know that the church can be in their world in a neutral site setting, right? So we our Wednesday nights were set aside for spiritual passion, hunger, prayer, going after God. We didn't play games. We didn't do any of that. We set that up once a month as an avenue for the students to bring their friends and get to know everyone first before they would come on a Wednesday night, right? So listen, again, I blogged on that last week, so you can check out that one and I go further into it. Okay, it's 9:12 and I want to close down in the next minute, okay? So this was Youthology Live, question and answer. We dealt quickly with the shooting and how we can prepare our students when they go back to school. We said teach them to love, manners, practice, etc. And then listen, teach them to listen to students, and they can change the culture of the campus. And then the last question was, what about the balance between on-campus and off-campus ministry? How much time should we be in our youth service setting and and all that? So you can see that breakdown in the blog this week. And I just want to say, those of you that want to help, I said it at the very beginning, I'm sending a box of books tomorrow, Monday, to Texas. I've spoken with the youth pastor there, and he is going to receive these books and get them to the right families. But I just feel like we need to have more of you have an opportunity to do this. So please do this. Just go to youthology.com, you go to the merch tab, you purchase a book. In the address line, just put my address, you'll see it right there on the page, and I'll keep the book and I'll send it with your name on it. Okay? So if you want to put a message to him, I'll write that in the front cover and we'll send that forward to Texas, to Santa Fe also. All right, thank you for joining us. You hear me say it every week. I'm humbled that you would come and you would take however much time you do live, or if you're doing this, following up on YouTube /Jeff Grinnell, or at our website, the videos post, episode 14 here, we'll post on the website by Tuesday also. Okay, so God bless you, and you have an awesome week. I'm gonna have a great week too.